Supplies you will need: a pencil, an embroidery hoop, screen printing ink, sheer fabric, a design you would like to print, some Mod Podge or other permanent glue, paint brushes, and scissors. Alright, first things first. Get your hoop. Take your hoop apart. Move your things out of the way. Get your fabric ready. Still get your fabric ready. Get your fabric situated over top of your embroidery hoop, the smaller side. You're going to want to cut out a piece of fabric not too much bigger than your embroidery hoop. Get the larger side of your embroidery hoop and set it over top of the smaller side with the fabric in between them. And tighten your embroidery hoop up most of the way. Flip it over and pull the edges of the fabric to tighten the fabric inside of the hoop as much as you can, and then tighten it the rest of the way. Afterward, you're going to want to cut off the edges of the fabric so that they don't get in your way when you're screening later. Once you've done that, you're going to need to take your design and put it underneath your screen. With a pencil, definitely a pencil. I do not suggest ink because it will bleed. You're going to want to trace the edges of your design. Can't really see, but here is my design that I've done. You can kind of see where I've traced it. After you finish that, you're going to want to take your Mod Podge and a paintbrush. And just start Mod Podging everywhere that you do not want the ink to go. So around the entire outline of your design, you want Mod Podge. Once you've finished getting the rough outline of your design with Mod Podge, you're going to want to take a smaller, finer pointed paintbrush to get really close up so that you don't mess it up at all. It'll take a few hours, or more than a few hours, a few hours for your screen to dry. You might have to wait half the day or overnight, which is what I did. One supply that I forgot to mention earlier is some cardboard or something else that's stiff that you will be able to get some ink and spread it around with, folding it up so that it's stiffer. Unfortunately, I couldn't open my beautiful black ink because I glued it shut with the ink, so we're going to use silver and have a silver top hat. I didn't have any clothes that I could screen on for this, but I do suggest that if you're using clothes to screen on, you put a piece of cardboard or paper in between the layers so that it doesn't seep through. Once you have the ink, you need to apply it generously to the screen because you can never have too much. As you can see, you can put some of it back, but you can have too little. Once you scrape it and apply it everywhere, make sure that it's done evenly and thoroughly. Ease the screen off And you have your design. One thing that you do absolutely have to do is remember to rinse your screen off afterward. Otherwise the ink will dry and your screen will be useless. Now that you know the process, go forth and screen. Now you know how to do it, Sarah. Don't fuck it up like a dickhead.